No one warned the kingdom. No army. No rebellion. No fire. Yet one morning, the throne room stood empty. The crown rested where it always had. And the king was gone. Not kidnapped. Not murdered. He had simply walked away. And the reason? Something no one had ever seen take control. His own desires. Outside, the village stirred. People moved through cobbled streets, unaware that their king was no longer in command. That his absence was not chaos, but the consequence of his own choices. From the day he was born, he was never denied. Every hunger was fed immediately. Every anger soothed. Every boredom chased away. The court called it kindness, but in truth, it left him unprepared. For how can one learn restraint when every desire is granted before it is even spoken? And so, when he finally sat on the throne, desire and action were the same thing, and no one had ever taught him limits. In the early years, he sought pleasure. Music filled the halls. Festivals stretched endlessly. Praise surrounded him like the air he breathed. Every time he indulged, his mind learned, immediate satisfaction works. But soon, satisfaction no longer felt like joy. It became relief. Relief from restlessness, from boredom, from silence. And relief, repeated too many times, turns into dependence. The king needed it, though he did not yet know. One evening, a merchant appeared in the palace. No guard stopped him, no announcements were made. He simply arrived, calm, deliberate, as if he belonged. Before the king, he opened a chest. Inside glowed objects of strange light, not treasures, but symbolic desires. Permission, the merchant said, to want endlessly, to never resist, to believe control meant satisfaction. And the king, entranced, chose one, then another. At first, the kingdom did not notice. But slowly, decisions became impulsive, harsh, emotional. Where once the king considered what was right, he now only asked, "What do I feel like doing?" The throne remained, but leadership vanished. He was still the king in title, yet desire now sat in his place. And the merchant watched quietly, knowing the inevitable. One night, the merchant returned. He said, "Refuse, just once." The king tried. He tried with all his strength. But the habit was too strong, the years of indulgence too deep. Desire spoke, and he obeyed. In that instant, he realized he was no longer free. He had not lost power. He had lost control. The next day, he stepped down, not because he was weak, but because power without control destroys everything. The throne would be empty, not for rebellion, not for defeat, but for survival. And so he walked away, leaving behind the crown he could no longer wield responsibly. Years passed. The village thrived. Children played where the palace once held strict order. Villagers whispered his story, not with anger, but with understanding. He had every opportunity, yet lost the one thing that mattered most: self-control. Desire is not dangerous, but uncontrolled desire is. And the moment it removes your ability to pause, you are no longer free. You may still own everything, but you will no longer own yourself. And that is the fate of every king and every human who forgets to rule what matters most, the mind within. Now I have a question. If it were you, would you have walked away or taken the crown? What desire do you struggle to control the most? Comment below and don't forget to subscribe. Heroic Soul.